Okay, here it is. Someone, you do them a favor, and sometimes they don't treat you so good. Let's take a look.
Calm down. Here's Grow with Care. All right, we're in my backyard, and we're looking at this limelight hydrangea. And you know, this is a great chore to do in these weekends in March when you're kind of wanting to get outside anyway. You go ahead and you go 18 inches off the ground because it flowers on new wood, Bobby's telling me. So I have this gorgeous limelight hydrangea, and I feel like he's just taking it out, man. We read this article in Northern Gardener magazine, and actually they talk about the importance of doing this. You can see that there's a new shoot that kind of tried to come up here that didn't have a lot of sunlight.
Well, I see that, and I believe that's exactly what we're trying to do here. We're trying to cut this down so that they grow very quickly. So a proper cut is on an angle so the water runs off and it doesn't act like a cup and keeps it. If you're weaker or older, or even if you have arthritis, this gives you a lot more leverage and you have a lot more control. So we can get right in here and just hack this thing up.
Okay, so you're telling me this thing's going to be as big as it was?
This is going to get up there. It's going to be fuller. It may not be as big as it was immediately.
Yeah.
It's been in the ground a while, but it'll get nice height and a lot more blooms. But just like you said,
a little more dense.
The blooms were all sporadic around the outside. This will bloom much better. Hopefully.
It better. All right, good luck.
Wait.
I was super upset because he cut it back so far, but I have to tell you, it was enormous that year.
And also, what was left off was, if it dies, you're buying me a new one.
But you didn't have to buy me a new one.
No, I didn't, babe.
But to be serious, that's a great thing to do this weekend because
good time to do
because the hydrangeas are overwintered. They were great for the birds over the winter. You know, folks they hid out in them and took things for their nests. And now this is a great time. And so, how much? You think 2/3 of those things?
Yeah, I mean, depending on which hydrangea you have with limelight, you can cut it back to a bud. It regrows from the bottom. So
and this is a good time to trim pretty much anything that isn't spring flowering, right?
Well, yes, but then again, if you're going to prune because it's out of shape or something, you give up the flowers for a year. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Wow, what was the deal with that hat I was wearing? I'm not even sure. You can text GROW.